You might not know it for sure yet, but maybe you suspect that you have an issue with managing your impulsivity or impulsive behaviour. So, what kind of behaviours are we talking about? Impulsive overeating, gambling, drug abuse, addictions to pornography or social media, explosive anger, binge drinking, overspending or stealing, and procrastination. Impulsivity is not only the act of being impulsive, but it includes the lack of planning or of planning poorly, the inability to tolerate frustration and boredom, wanting to experience exciting feelings and sensations, and reacting to internal experiences. For example, when you experience positive or negative emotions. More than that, when we struggle to control our unwanted behaviours, we might not consider their negative consequences, or we may even act anyway, despite being aware of the potentially negative consequences. Some examples of this are: when you procrastinate, you know that you will be stressed and annoyed, and maybe even fail a project, but you do it anyway. When you want to have cake, even though you know that you keep on putting weight, which is not what you want. You want to be healthy and fit, but you eat the cake anyway. Whenever you are stressed, you whip out your credit card and you keep on shopping. You are happy for a millisecond, but then you have an argument with your partner. You are behind on paying the rent, and you lie or steal and just feel lousy about it all. Impulsivity, if left unattended, is dangerous and it could ruin your life. Right now, you might even be able to see how it steals your dreams and sabotages your relationships, and how it makes you feel miserable, but you aren't able to stop. One of the reasons why we might start using drugs or simply overeating is because we might be a bit more impulsive than most people. The problem arises when we struggle to give up unwanted habits because we are unable to persevere through our frustrations because of our impulsivity, which means that we are more likely to lapse and relapse. It's much harder to stick to a healthy routine when you feel withdrawal symptoms or simply an urge to indulge in whatever impulsive behaviour normally makes you feel good, albeit temporarily. Don't sabotage yourself by thinking that you will just be strong, or this time it will be different, because those kinds of deluded statements will not prevent you from drinking too much, overeating, or gambling all of your money away. It's not always easy to control your behaviour when you feel triggered, but avoiding it or doing nothing will get you into big trouble over time. If you impulsively overeat, you will continue putting on weight and will struggle to lose it. If you binge drink, eventually you will embarrass yourself or your partner. If you can't control your anger, you will ruin your relationships, sabotage your career, and might have trouble with the authorities. If you procrastinate, you will wake up one day and realize that it's too late to complete your goals, which might make you feel completely left behind. If you overspend, you might have a house full of junk and piles of letters from the banks demanding that you pay back your loans. You might be very smart and appear to be successful, but you might actually be hiding your undesired impulsive behavior or pretending that it doesn't bother you. The reality is that it does. Every time you fail to control your behavior, you will feel bad about it at some point. You might make excuses for your behavior, come up with explanations as to why you failed this time, and then promise yourself that it won't happen again. Eventually, you will run out of excuses and will start feeling ashamed, sad, and not in control of your behavior and your life. You might lose the respect of others, damage your relationships, and might withdraw from society as a result. You may have tried in the past to end your impulsive behaviours, and maybe you failed, but you can't give up on yourself. You can't feel proud of yourself if you can't control your actions. So learn more about impulsivity and how to control your impulsive behaviour. We want you to be in control of your life, health, relationships, and your career. We will help you to succeed so that you can be strong and in control of your behaviours and your life once and for all. We have a number of programs designed especially for you to help you change your unwanted impulsive behaviours.